Hello my creative friend, Olga Soby here, and welcome to new fluid art creation process. Look at this canvas. It's 3 by 4 feet, so 48 inches by 36. I don't remember working on such a large canvas, maybe only once or twice, so it's going to be a little bit of challenge, scaling up a little bit even more. And I want to continue exploring neutral colors in my art. The first painting that I did really with a lot of neutrals turned out so good. I was just over the moon with it. Oh, by the way, it's right here. It's like a big blob of gray. I don't really like it. I love it, over the moon. So I was so happy with it, and I want to explore more of this color palette or similar color palette in my art. So today I also want to work with some grays and blacks and whites and some metallic shine. I do want to change colors just a little bit, and I want to change my layout and composition, and this painting is going to be a different concept. It's going to be about inspiration, and I will share more about it as I go. So thank you so much for joining me today, and without further ado, let's get started. Here I have two colors ready, black and gray, and I also added a little bit of yellow and just a dash of orange in both of them, because the main metallic of today's painting is going to be iridescent gold, so very bright, warm gold. And I want the undertone in my negative space to sort of match the color of the gold. In my previous painting, it was more about copper and bronze, so this one I want to make a little bit more about gold. And let's start with the negative space. It's gonna be color split, but first of all, I want to add my secret message. Inspiration's journey is a secret message today. I'm gonna start with this dark, almost black color. And it's gonna be on the bottom part of my canvas. So it's gonna be something like this. So this color, it's almost entirely black, and it's gonna look pretty much black once dry. But in the areas where it's gonna touch the white color, this warm goldish undertone will shine through. And by the way, this is oxide black. I have 2 large buckets of it because I know I'm working on large canvas, and I prefer to have a little extra because in case I need to, scrape anything or reduce certain areas, it's very nice to have more than I will actually need for the painting itself. But if you ever wonder how much paint you need for large size or for your size, for any size of the canvas, check out my acrylic pouring calculator. This is the tool where you just enter the size of the canvas and it gives you a result in fluid ounces or milliliters on how much paint you will need to cover that size of the canvas. So this black color in my painting is going to represent the structured known part of our being, part of our existence. The gray is going to be about the exploratory and the unknown. Let's add that gray. So this gray, it's very pretty warm gray. I mix Mars black, so the same black as in here, white, titanium white, and yellow with just a dash of orange, just to really match that undertone of the gold. I'm gonna use my spatula to move that paint around, and for gray I need to make sure to clean it up so that I don't introduce too much black. There will be some black in the top part, but I want to add it intentionally. And once I'm done moving colors around with spatula, I think I'm also gonna use the blow dryer just to help that paint level out a little more. When starting out with such color palette, especially when it's taking up large sections of the painting like gray and black, it almost seems weird, like what good can come out of it. But then once you add white for some beautiful highlights and gradients and transitions and metallic, oh my God, the transformation is insane. Okay, so I am going to grab my blow dryer just to help those colors level out a bit more before I add my whites. Okay, so far so good. So time to layer that white. So of course it's going to be on a border, so the white is going to be representing the inspiration, how it emerges from the border between structured and exploratory, between the known and unknown. And I want my white, so I want this flow really expand and go up this way, the growth of inspiration. Oh, I actually have one more color, which is mix of gold and white, titanium white. I think this mix of white and gold will really complement this palette and create nice transitions from my base to the gold color. And the hero of the show, iridescent gold. Okay, that's plenty. I also see like this section is a little too dry, so it doesn't have much base. So I want to add a little more. I do like the balance between these colors so far, so I think I'm off to a good start. I'm gonna pop some of the air bubbles and be ready for the main blowout. Let's do it. Far so good. I'm not sure, maybe this is a little too much of the black right here. Not gray, black gray. Okay, after the blowout, I think I'm off to a very good start, but there are a couple areas that I'm not too sure about. So first of all, this gray right here, it's like a big blob of gray. I don't really like it. I also think that this section could use a little bit more black, and I just want to have just more gold overall. I think I did not add enough gold. Although I will add more gold in the next section of the paint integration, but even at this stage, I would love to just have a little bit more pops of gold. Like this is good, this is really good. But yeah, I want to work on some details of adding it just all over. I'm pretty happy with the overall layout, but they're just part of the composition that just don't speak to me. So I want to continue working on it and just modifying my inspiration. There have been quite a few changes and adjustments, but I love it so much more now. It's growing and expanding, and it's just so layered. I love it. I love it over the moon. And sometimes it's a little scary to continue working because you question yourself, well, maybe I'm gonna ruin it. Maybe it's already good enough. But there is no advice of what's right or wrong in this situation, but just try to follow your intuition. My intuition almost always tells me keep going. Don't really like this section. It got kind of overworked and lost all of its elegance. So I want to redo it completely. What a process! I just keep modifying it, and I think it gets better and better every time, and I think I'm almost there. So time for finger swipe to connect some of these flows, and yeah, let's get to it. I think I'm gonna do the finger swipe with gold paint at this time. Okay, I think finally it is time for me to stop, so let's move on to the next section once this beauty is dry, and we'll continue with the embellishment. A few final touches, I'm almost there, but there are just a few areas here and there in my flow that I want to correct. In some of them I want to correct the shape of the blowout, maybe add a little bit more contrast with darker colors and some outlines. I also see that I want to add gold, just a few more golden glow, golden lines or golden veins inside of the flow, and just bring it to perfection in my own eyes. Sometimes these final touches, they're very small, but they can make a huge difference. And I know all these steps take a lot of time and many weeks in between, but the result will be so worth it. Isn't it amazing how well this mostly neutral color palette has worked, and these golden accents stand out just perfectly? Look at this flow and all the magnificent details. Are you ready to see it? There you go! Oh my god, it's a big painting. I hope it fits in the frame. It should. Well, there you have it. Voila! Fully finished and complete painting, and I have to say I am in love. And it's the second painting in a series with mostly neutrals, the one I have in my bag, and this is the second one. And by the way, if you haven't seen that one, I will include the link in the description below as well. Check it out. And in the first one I used mostly copperish accents. This one is all about gold. Let me know what you think about the outcome, of course, about this concept. I would love to hear from you, and what do you think about my whole neutral series. Thank you so much for joining me today. Check out the Black Friday sale at Soby Art Academy. And this painting, I'll try to post it for sale when I publish this video, but if I don't, I will add it for sale in the next few days. So if you're interested in an original, stay tuned for the updates on my other website, olgasoby.com. I would love to chat with you in the comments below this video. So talk to you then. Thank you so much for joining me today. Take care, create with passion, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!